Hello and welcome to Carried by the Breeze, a transcending podcast where we discover the divine element within us and learn how to lead legendary lives aligned with our powers and hungry for growth. My name's Carrie, and I'm a woman on a mission to invigorate the human spirit and to rekindle long forgotten fires in the hearts of both women and men. I'm a leader, a business owner, a survivor, and a natural fixer. I have a vision and I'm on my way to greatness, and I'm here to share my journey with the hopes to inspire you to stay devoted to your dreams. Welcome, brave hearts. Let's begin. I have to be honest. I've been thinking about this first episode for a while now, and I've been scared to the bones to share my story online, so bear with me. It's not easy to show up as you are, vulnerable in front of a crowd of strangers, but they say that what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, so I decided to try. I also feel like everything that happened in the past 2 years in my life has led me to this moment, so here I am in my most human form, trying to make sense out of my life as humbly as I can. You see, being away from home, family, and friends in a faraway country, starting from ground zero for the second time of my life, has proven me one thing. Through shadow and rain, it's possible to go after your dreams. I'm here to share my process where I unravel myself to get to know myself better, where I learn to love myself greatly, and where I become who I want to be. A woman that proudly runs with the wolves. And by wolves, I mean champions, people of great values who grab success by the hand and learn how to fly. Believe me, I know it's hard not to give up when everything around you tells you to do exactly that. But I have walked the pits of hell and climbed stairways to heaven, and I know achieving greatness is a matter of choice. The reason I decided to finally sit down and record these reflections was not only because my life has changed tremendously these past 2 years, but also because I saw the light dimming in so many people, including myself, that as a person with a burning desire to live, I couldn't wait any longer to start a worldly conversation and see where we could heal and get stronger as a collective and as individual human beings. You see, about a year ago, it was bestowed on me to lead a group of 12,000 students who were about to lose their educations, entire savings, jobs, housings, and so much more due to an inhumane, systematic behavior and policies that, let's say, aren't too compatible with basic human rights. I have seen an army of people shrugging their shoulders in submission while a rare few vigorously fought to bring a wind of change. I've constantly asked myself what makes so many give up on such meaningful things in their lives, things that shook their entire existence and affected their reality in such a devastating manner. So many were willing just to accept, avoid the fight, duck down, and hope for the best. I was completely astonished and hurt by the fact that only a small group was willing to stand their ground for the sake of many others. Although I have to admit that small group of people was able to infect others with its energy that was always pushing ahead. You know, I have led many teams in my life. Working as a film and TV producer for almost a decade, I kept giant sets militantly organized and people satisfied. But here I faced an entirely new challenge of awakening human spirits from their slumber and putting fire in their hearts when, at that time, I was mainly trying to keep my cool to show up for others while my own life and marriage was slowly but surely falling apart. The battles of students were resolved by the end, and many got the chance to graduate as I was lucky to gather around me kindred spirits who lived by one rule: to never give up. Crashing through the system's walls of bureaucracy, distant communications, and complete apathy, we won. But I was left with one question: how to eliminate fears from the hearts of women and men so nothing ever stops them from following their dreams. So, as a past researcher, I did what I was due. I looked into legends and stories of the past to figure out how and why we lost that Promethean spirit that's meant to lead us through life with vitality, certainty, and devotion. And what is it that we need to understand or relearn in order to tap into our fullest potential and live a happy, satisfying life? I desperately wanted to make a change, inspire others, shake them into living. But in countless times trying to help others, I found myself going back to myself. The great philosophers and thinkers of old said, "Know thyself," as this is the key to everything else. I've never thought that knowing myself comes with inner work and reflection. I thought it just comes with time and experience, kind of falls upon you one bright day when you get to say, "Eureka! I have found myself and now I know what I want." Everybody just kept telling me, listen to your heart, without explaining how to exactly. So I had to learn on my own. You see, when I was younger, I couldn't wait to become a grown-up, to escape my abusing mother and the responsibility of mending my family together every single time things got out of hand. I used to imagine myself for the first time out of my parents' house, buying cups and glasses, repainting vintage furniture I found on the street. My vision of a future was of a safe space, where nothing happens, where I can control my environment and have things happen my way. No more surprises, no more hoping and praying for peace. Everything that isn't real life, as you can see. Don't get me wrong, I love being a child despite my rocky upbringing, but I couldn't wait to grow up. All I wanted is to be in control of how I want to feel and who I want to be every single day. I used to say that I had to grow up in an instant, as one day my father and I found ourselves locked out of our house with nothing to our names than the clothes on our bodies. While my two younger sisters weren't allowed to see us, the abuse never stopped but only got scarier now that we weren't there to be their human shields. We had to figure out things fast for the girls and ourselves. This is a beginning of a story I won't tell today, but it was one of the lowest points in my life where I was out of home, out of money, no documents, no memories, with a desperate need to save my sisters, which I did, by the way. But truth be told, growing up is a process that I still learn to this day. I have lived through so much. I have been a warrior, a soldier, an abuse survivor, an immigrant, a wife, a film producer, a jewelry designer, a content creator, CEO. I was many things, and I was always for others, postponing my own dreams to a better time, a better place, always on the run, always on the chase, never stopping, but never getting anywhere. I helped so many others achieve greatness, and here I was with a half-assed vision of a life that was slowly washing away from my shores. I didn't know that what I was mainly lacking was self-accountability. Dreaming to become a master of my own reality as a child got reduced to staying in my comfort zone where I could hide away from my true calling, to think bigger, to dream bigger, live better, authentically, in tune with myself. And most of us do exactly that. For the most of my life, I was mainly angry for things not working out my way. I wasted so much precious time on blaming my life circumstances and everybody else. I only started taking accountability when everything was lost once again, and I was left alone at the eye of the storm where everything's quiet. And I suddenly started seeing myself truly for the very first time. I started asking myself, who am I now? How did I get here? And who I want to be? Where do I want to go in life? Now there's no abusive mother in the picture, no demanding boyfriends, no husband, no friends, nothing to blame my idleness on. Who am I? And what is it that my heart truly wants? And what the hell am I waiting for in getting there? So I jumped head into this journey, and through immense fear and pain, I started to grow. Through natural practices of old like herbalism, meditation, and daily inner work, I started rebuilding myself upward, letting go of everything that stopped me, allowing new magic to wash me with grace. And it did. Things started coming. I started changing. Opportunities started popping like mushrooms after the rain. I got to meet new people, new mentors, fall in love with life again. New bonds were created, new friendships, and the stars suddenly seemed closer. And I feel like I finally got my first set of wings and I'm ready to fly. Through sharing my experience, I wish to elevate the burden of fear off of your shoulders and help you tap into your God-given powers so you can live your life fully, conquering your dreams with the confidence and wonder of a true alchemist. It'll be hard, but you can make it because we were meant to do hard things. History proves it. Nothing worthwhile comes from something brief and easy that didn't trigger your mind to think bigger than you know. Rome wasn't built in a day, but it was built with strong willpower. I hope you hop on the next episode and learn together with me how to build our empires in this lifetime, like true sons and daughters of the sun. My name's Cary'd. Thank you for joining me on the first episode of Cary'd by the Breeze, a podcast dedicated to invigorating the human spirit through inner exploration and constant daily growth. Hope to see you in the next one. Till then, follow your heart, brave one. Bye-bye.